What a beautiful morning it is here in Cork City. Good morning everyone. It is Friday the 5th of February, about 8 o'clock in the morning. I haven't vlogged at all this week. We are, I think, putting out the first edited version of the vlog this evening. We'll see how that's received. We've had quite a busy week here. We've had lots going on. Our secretary of 3.5 years moved on. We haven't hired a replacement just yet. We're kind of figuring out what we'll do with the workload and sharing it. And I said before, we're just in the interview process and it'll take a bit of time before we rehire. As you might see, I've had a COVID haircut, which my wife gratefully attacked me, or I say cut me with during the week. I was starting to look a bit like 𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐡𝐞 𝐋𝐚𝐰. So today, interestingly, when you're in business, 11 years, opportunities come across your table every now and again. And we've had an opportunity this week that could be very, very exciting. So I'm meeting someone this morning at 10 o'clock. And I'll keep you updated as that progresses. In the meantime, I have to review a couple of files here. We had a statement in from a gentleman as part of a case review. It's a slip and fall type case, but it was a slip and fall during a very bad snowstorm a number of years ago, where people were advised to stay indoors, but this gentleman, his workplace, insisted that he came to work. Heavy snow fell and he slipped and fell on the snow in the actual, in and around his work, or his place of work. I think 3 people actually fell that morning. He was the 3rd person. They insisted that he must come to work. He's had a very, very severe injury. He hurt his back. Disc injury. It's affected his relationship with his wife and his children. These things then affect people's mental health quite severely. They can have depression, anxiety, worry. They can't earn the same amount of money that they were earning. They feel they can't provide for their family, and they can't get involved themselves with the day-to-day activities, whether that's sporting, walking, otherwise with their family. So that's that case. I think that case is just out of the injuries board. So when you lodge a case, we lodge the application to the injuries board. They have 9 months to assess it. In this case again, they put a value on the case, and I think we felt it was too low, so we rejected it on the advice of our barrister and then in consultation with our client. And so we've issued the papers to go to court, and so it's the start of I think it's a circuit court case. So the circuit court jurisdiction is between 15,000 and 60,000 euro. I just see my system is saying here it's a bit slow. So that's that case. Other than that, I have to visit a solicitor's office today. All COVID guidelines being followed, where we act for a lady who was a hospital porter or a hospital assistant, a care assistant in a hospital, and she was had to lift a patient in a bed, and she injured her back lifting the patient. The patient was quite a large lady, and there was a hoist that was usually used, that we say was usually used to lift the patient, but in that day the hoist wasn't working and wasn't accessible to her, and she's put under a lot of pressure to lift the patient, and in doing so severely damaged her back. That case is about 3 years old. So once we go through the court process, just before we go to court, there's a process called discovery, and that's when both sides seek records and documents that they want to view before the actual court hearing, and that could include health and safety manuals, staff manuals, training manuals, medical records, and if so each side can request the documents. Both sides then can refuse or reject the document to allow the other side to see it. If the party who requests the document has been refused it, they can go to court to take a motion for discovery to I won't say force, but the judge can make an order insisting that the other side release the documents that the first side has requested if it's going to help them in or assist them in their case. So with this case, as we're the plaintiff for that lady who was injured, I am going to visit the office of the defence solicitors to review medical records, to review hospital records and their staff records and manuals. There's quite a volume of material, so I'm just physically going to go up there today and look at it, and we're allowed then photocopy any documents that we want to use or take away with us, which we think is relevant to our case. And that's it. That's the usual Friday. I will probably document you or get back to you this afternoon. Oh, what a beautiful morning it is here in Cork City. I'd say it's close to 1 or 2 degrees, starting to sleep in snow. Republic of work for a client meeting. It's just a bit better over there, socially distanced, to meet people. And a busy day ahead. I must talk to you about the opportunity that's come across my desk from last week. We also just had an interesting call with an insurance company. Unfortunately, now and again, solicitors make mistakes, and sometimes these mistakes aren't recoverable. And in particular, we were instructed by a client who has a personal injury case. Our previous solicitor was acting and unfortunately didn't lodge the documents in time, so it's statute barred. I spoke to the solicitor to give them a heads up of what the parent client has instructed us to do. So we then, he was the plaintiff client who took a personal injury action. The defence solicitor realised it was out of date, took a motion to court, got struck out. So we've gone to the insurance company to say we want to take an action against the insurance company for the original solicitor. However, the insurance company now said that they're having a solicitor firm carry out an investigation of the case, but it seems the insurance company have instructed the same firm of solicitors who acted for the defendant in the case. So I just think there might be some conflict there. So we're going to review that case later on.